Shoot. Actually, let me. Yeah, that looks fine. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome back to Sonic Origins. Was that always just a drop to the abyss right there? I can't remember. But anyways, yeah. Ice Cap Zone. There's really nothing for me to say here aside from, well, I guess this snowboarding section is cool. It is, rather not needed, and I kind of wish Flying Battery was before Ice Cap as per the original intended order for Sonic 3, but, you know, Tails don't. I mean, Tails, now you can do whatever you want. You can hit the... Okay, well, where did I have to do everything? I'm entirely out of topic ideas to talk about. I'm sorry, but I mean, you play essentially 4 games back to back, and you know, almost every video you have something to talk about for each one. You know, after a while of making videos, I just run out of ideas to talk about. Like, I'm not getting bored. It's just I don't want my videos to be boring with no commentary to them, even though, you know, there's still plenty of game going on, which is in itself very entertaining. I don't think anyone watches my videos for for solely just gameplay or solely just commentary. But, you know, I don't think anyone, you know, well, actually, I don't know. Comment down below. What do you watch my videos for? Is it just pure entertainment, or is it, you know, like I have good, you like my opinions and commentary, or what is it? What makes you watch me? Say it. Say it in the comments right now. Do it or you're gay. I really love the Supersonic remix for Origins. I also just love the Supersonic sprites in general for Sonic 3. They're so, like, raw power behind them. Like, you can tell the Chaos Emeralds are some powerful shit just by looking at the sprites. Turn the TV up just a little bit, because I feel like the sound's a bit quiet on you guys' end. But I don't think I ever made this really clear, but I know I've said it a few times before. I think Sonic 3 is the most overrated of the classic Sonic games. Like, no matter how I look at Sonic 3 as 2 separate games or one big game, I just always look at it as being kind of overrated. And I think when it comes to, for me, and looking at Sonic 3 the way I do, is the fact that I find most of the zones across both games kind of, or at least not most, a good half of them kind of insufferable. Like, you know, the usual things, you know, the usual zones that everybody hates, Carnival Night and Marble Garden, I don't really like it all. Flying Battery, I hate Sonic 3 Flying Battery. That's one reason I'm so glad it has returned in Sonic Mania. Because it made a terrible zone good. You know, Sonic 3 Flying Battery had the ability to be amazing, but it just wasn't. It was poorly executed, and, you know, we'll see, you know, once we actually get to Flying Battery, but, you know, it's just not a very good zone, and, you know, I know some people are just gonna go off the walls batshit insane defending Sonic 3 and how my opinions are wrong, but, I mean, okay, looking at both games separately, first off, Sonic 3, Angel Island, Hydra City, and Ice Cap are the good levels, and then that leaves us with the rest of the game being mediocre. Kind of like Labyrinth Zone, I've started to accept Carnival Night, but, you know, I still don't like it. It's just, I don't find it as insufferable as I used to as a kid. Launch Base is mid as fuck, but, you know. So, yeah, taking the small victories, I can't stand Marble Garden. It's just, eh. But Sonic 3 is the better half of the game. You know, as much as I really don't like Launch Base or Carnival Night, I've kind of come to tolerate them as time has gone on. But I still don't like them whatsoever. And, for the Sonic and Knuckles half of the game, Flying Battery, I don't like. Sandopolis Act 2 is... ugh, it's the worst. Death Egg is... as a final level, Death Egg is good, but in terms of actually me sitting down and playing it, I do not like Death Egg one bit. You know, I think some of the anti-gravity stuff is pretty cool. Because it is, but it's just not fun. I mean, from a level design standpoint, it's a good final level. It's got, you know, some pretty good challenges, just like Launch Base, you know. Every zone in Sonic 3 and every zone in the classic Sonic games, with one exception, have good things about them that are redeeming, and if you look at them objectively, you can find way more enjoyment out of them than, or, you know, looking at them objectively, they are better than you think. You know, especially the zones that you just despise. Okay, maybe except for Labyrinth Zone. So, there are a few zones throughout the classic series of Sonic 1, 2, 3, CD that kind of don't have redeeming qualities in their bad zones, but when it comes to Sonic 3, and continuing on the second Sonic and Knuckles half, Flying Battery is how for me, Flying Battery is how people look at Labyrinth Zone in Sonic 1. Actually, for me, Flying Battery is what everyone says, like, every zone past Green Hill is to, aside from Starlight Zone in Sonic 1. As much as I don't like a lot of the zones in Sonic 3 as a complete, and especially on the Sonic and Knuckles half, because, I don't know, Lava Reef is pretty cool, Acts 1 and 2. Shit. Okay, well, it's my own fault. I keep forgetting what zones are even in Sonic and Knuckles. That's just... Okay, let's see. Sky Sanctuary is good. It's shame that's one act. Hidden Palace is just a boss fight zone, so, you know, can't really comment on that. What else is there? I'm drawing a blank. I cannot think of what else is in Sonic and Knuckles. And even the good zones, I feel like, are kind of... You know what? I kind of feel like even the good zones that I don't like that much. I went in a circle. How did I do that? Is it when I fell? I think it's because when I fell. Damn it. But as far as like some of those redeeming qualities that even the motherfucker, like even the good qualities that the bad zones have as their redeeming factors. You know, Carnival Night Zone, like once you like get speed going and you're in a section where you're not gonna have your. Excuse me, how the fuck did I get crushed there? I fucking hate this bullshit. And the reason why I prefer the other main classic Sonic games, you know, excluding the Game Gear games, because if we bring those into here, this conversation is just gonna... It's not really gonna change that much. Although, for me... Damn it, I did it again. Tails, get your ass down here. There we go. There we go. Anyways, what was I saying again? I keep getting sidetracked because I keep getting fucking gobsmacked by the dumbest of things. I mean, like, all of the Sonic 3 zones, especially the bad ones, with the exception of Sandopolis Act 2, like, if you get in, like, once you find a section of level that's just pure adrenaline speed and has genuinely good platforming, they're pretty good levels. But what just ruins them, and what ruins a lot of Sonic and Knuckles, even the good zones, is just how... It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like a kind of... It almost feels like a gimmick of the week type thing. You know, like, it's not there just as an interesting idea to make the level more interesting, but more of as a way to pad it out and make it seem interesting compared to everything else. Or just to add challenge to it, just to, you know, say it's more challenging than the rest of the game. None of the challenging levels feel challenging because they were, you know, genuinely challenging. They feel challenging because of random bullshit and stupid gimmicks that literally no one asked for and not a single person on this planet likes. I would like to add. Motherfucker. Well, no Supersonic for me then. Oh well, But the reason why I prefer games like Sonic 1 and, well, all of the main classic games to Sonic 3 is because even their bad zones, there's a lot more to like, aside from just looking at it subjectively. The only zones that are an actual exception for me, that I just don't like whatsoever, are Wacky Workbench, and I'm kind of split on Scrap Brain Zone. Act 1 is fine, Act 2 is fine at times. I feel like they add a bit too much bullshit to you. Like, I get they wanted them to be these big, challenging final levels. but they come off of it too I don't want to say too challenging, because that just seems petty and bitching. But it's like as they go on, they start throwing just bullshit obstacles just to throw obstacles at you. And I've gotten lost because I've missed 3 different pathways that I normally take, so now I'm lost. Or I might have been taking shortcuts this whole time. I never know. Oh, come on. Yeah, Tails. Get down here, buddy. Tails. Down. Down. Where the fuck are you? Oh, god damn it, Tails. I hate Tails. I hate how... there we go. Great. This fucking bird... Damn it, Tails. Oh, never mind. Don't need you. But yeah, aside from those 2, those are like the only zones in the entirety of the classic games that I just straight up, those are the only games from those 3 that I can, hardly tolerate whatsoever. It's just like, like, with Sonic 1, yeah, Lapidzo can be a slog sometimes. And, Scrap Brain can really just decide to just piss you off. And, sometimes you can just be playing through Sonic 2 and just randomly the game decides, oh yeah, we're just going to continuously knock you into the Mega Mac and instantly kill you. And just not give you a chance to actually fight the boss. We're just going to instantly knock you into it. And yeah, that can happen. As, that happens with all video games. It just seemingly decides to hate you one day and the next absolutely love you. But my problem that makes me look down on Sonic 3 with its bad and mediocre zones is the fact that they bring down the experience as a whole, since it's more than just 1 or 2. And, like, it's half of Sonic and Knuckles and it's half of Sonic 3. Even though, like, I did kind of mention earlier that the more I play Sonic 3, the more the game kind of the more I kind of warm up to these zones. Sonic and Knuckles, I've not warmed up to at all. Damn it. And I don't feel like the only way to enjoy a game and say that it is good is to have to play it and warm up to it. And I don't think, no matter how much warming up I do to Sonic 3, I'm ever going to say it is truly the best classic Sonic game, because it is nowhere near that. Just purely based on how drugged down it is by the zones. And I really wish either pause the ring count or I kind of wish either the developers would pause the ring count or just turn off Supersonic whenever we reach the Eggmobile, because this is just a big old ring drainer. And I mentioned this back when I played Sonic Frontiers. I hate it in Sonic games when just the game is just, it's designed with things like this to just waste your ring count. It's not good game design. It's very frustrating and bullshit game design that doesn't improve the experience at all. If anything, it hinders it. And now I've got, do I fight Big Arms? I don't remember if, yeah, I do fight Big Arms. Now I've got to defeat him quickly. or I will be fucked. I'm pretty sure he can still grab me. Okay, yep. Cannot attack him while he's down. Shit, okay. Good thing I got a fire shield. Oh! Okay, thank God there's wind currents just in the sky, just pushing me up, because, oh boy. Yeah, this knockback would be so annoying. And whenever I look at the Game Gear games, you know, alongside the other classic Sonic games, and I look at them subjectively, or not subjectively, I don't really look at video games subjectively, because there is no way to look at games there's no way to look at anything purely subjectively, because you're always going to have personal inputs. I don't think there is a way to completely remove opinions from anything. Because you're always going to have, you know, like, if me and somewhere else were to sit down and play through the entirety of Sonic Origins and look at it subjectively with no opinions to it, it would be damn near impossible because, well, there's just too much, you know. Like, I may look at, you know, like, while looking at it subjectively, I might say, oh yeah, you know, the Sandopoulos ghost gimmick is, you know, it changes up the spice, but it ruins the platforming and you know, the overall pace of the level, while someone else might look at it subjectively and say, oh yeah, it's a very good gimmick, you know. You know, it adds more challenge to it, and it flows very nicely with the platforming of the level and complements the pacing. There's just no way to look at anything truly subjectively and come to a conclusion and saying, yeah, you know, if we look at this with no opinion, but you can't look at anything with no opinion because, you know, one thing that might irk me about, say, Sonic Adventure, someone might look at it and go, oh, that's a good thing. But I know it sounds like I'm saying one thing and immediately giving examples for another, but you just can't, because we as humans are just built with, you know. That's another thing that I don't like about my commentary on videos is I'm making a point about something, and this is just something about me in general that I really don't like and wish I could improve upon as a person, but I'll be talking to somebody, and we'll be making an argument about something, and, you know, I'll be giving them my thoughts and opinions on something, and I'll try and say and, you know, make it clear, but I constantly trip over my words, and I'm in constant fear that, oh dear, am I actually, you know, saying what I'm trying to say, or am I just coming off as a mad rambler? Which then, in trying to make my opinion more clear and say it the way and like put it to words, I end up just making it confusing and non-understandable. Which is one thing I do hope to improve on in future, which definitely would help with YouTube videos and make them less repetitive and annoying, because I wouldn't trip over my words so much, but, you know, it's a slow burn with self-change. It takes a while. It's not just as simple as boom. But I just now realized this. In Sonic 3, or during, like, from this point onwards, yeah, we always see the Master Emerald sprite, but every time we see, like, Knuckle, or, like, anyone interacting with the Master Emerald, It's literally just the green Super Emerald sprite. I just now realized that. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video.